Hey y'all. I know it's been a long time since I've been on here. It's been too long. I don't really have much excuse as to why I wasn't here aside from the fact that I was just hella busy. I had school, I had work, and long story short, it took me a long time, but I'm here. So let's celebrate that. Today, I wanted to take a few minutes and show you guys some of my favorite products from this past year and kind of just in general. I have some new favorites, some like favorites that I've been using for months and months and months, and yeah, I just wanted to sit down, have a little chat with you guys. It's pretty casual. Got on my comfy shirt, and I took about half an hour to beat my face for this, so nothing extravagant, but yeah, let's just get right into it. How do you do a transition? Don't mind my broken nail. I broke it at work yesterday while I was trying to make a perfume sample, so love that for me. It's snowing so hard outside, so I can't go see my nail tech until probably next week. Moving on, so jumping right in, I wanted to start off with some skincare favorites. If y'all have not tried the Mineral 89 from Vichy, this is amazing. So it's a hyaluronic acid booster kind of product. I wouldn't call it a serum, but it more just helps to hydrate the skin. My skin feels so good after I use this. It's like plumping. It helps to strengthen the barrier of your skin as well. I would 100% recommend adding this to your routine. I use it right after my toner before I get into my serums and like any of my moisturizers and stuff, because it makes all of your other products work better. I could ramble forever about this one, but this is amazing. Go to your local drugstore, get you a Mineral 89, thank me later. Speaking of Mineral 89, Vichy recently came out with the Mineral 89 Eye. This is so good. My eyes are really sensitive, so when I wear lashes for too long, sometimes my like lash line gets like swollen and just like dry and not the vibe, you know? And this guy really helps to like calm down my eyes, and like it just like it feels really light because it's kind of like a, let me show you. It's like almost a gel kind of consistency. It's really light. You only need one pump for both eyes, and you can use another serum over top, or sorry, you can use another cream on top of this. I do sometimes I feel like my eyes don't really need it, so love that. Moving on, serums. This is such a good serum. This is the Tatcha Violet C Brightening Serum. I love this. I've been using it for probably, I'm gonna say just over a month now, and this guy is really good for like brightening the face. I mean, it's called a brightening serum, so like it better be, but it has an AHA in there as well, so it resurfaces the skin really nicely. I find that it's not like harsh at all. It doesn't make my skin feel like it's being stripped, or like that it's too harsh or it stings or anything. Like, this is just really gentle. If you find that you need a vitamin C or an AHA, both of them together, Tatcha, so good. We love Tatcha. We love Tatcha. And on the topic of Tatcha, this dewy cream. This dewy cream. Can we talk about the dewy cream for a second? I have gone through this entire thing, scraped it for everything that it has. This cream is so good. I use it during the day. Makeup sits phenomenal on top of this. My skin feels hydrated, it feels glowy, it feels dewy. Honestly, it's a moisturizer. You can't really say too much about it, but it's really good. If you're looking for a moisturizer and you have the budget to get this one, it's really good. Try it. Go to your local Sephora and get a sample because it's so good. Speaking of moisturizers, something that is a little bit easier on the wallet, Good Molecules. They sent me a welcome package probably a little bit over a month ago, maybe 2 months. And they sent me this silicone-free priming moisturizer. This has like a natural like fake silicone, almost like a silicone-esque kind of ingredient, and this is so nice under makeup. You can wear it like without makeup, but it's like a priming moisturizer, so it's intended to be worn under makeup. It smooths the skin. You don't need a lot of it. It's so hydrating. It doesn't really smell like anything, so it doesn't really give you that like luxury skincare kind of feel like the same way Tatcha does, but it feels so good on the skin. I don't know why I'm showing you my hand because you can't really see what it's doing, but it smooths the skin. It feels really nice, and I find that like I don't get oily or anything after I wear this under my makeup. Like it's really good. So Good Molecules, thank you for this. I'm really enjoying it. So if you're looking for a new day cream to wear under makeup, Good Molecules got you covered, girl, don't worry. Good Molecules also sent me this cold pressed rosehip seed oil recently. This one, have not been using it for very long. I'm gonna say probably about a week. However, it's so cold outside. I live in Vancouver and it is cold as hell outside right now. It's snowing, it's windy, and my skin has been so dry. This guy, I've been putting it on after my night cream. My skin just feels really hydrated after I use this, and it doesn't feel like super heavy as an oil. Like it feels really nice and light, and it doesn't make my skin look like absolute grease ball. Like it just looks like I added in a little bit extra of moisturizer. So if you're looking for a good oil, I actually really like this one so far. I will update you guys probably on Instagram when I start using this one a little bit more. And I want to see how it works with foundation, like mixed into foundation, but so far, yep. Okay, so that's all I have for skincare. Moving on, I wanted to talk about, what are we going to talk about? I did not decide what order I was going to do these in before I started filming. I want to talk about this Tatcha Silk Canvas Primer. I know everybody was talking about this when it came out, and I bought it. I used it for a bit, and then I just stopped using it, and it just sat on my desk, and then I rediscovered it a while ago, and I've been using this every single day. It's almost empty. I love this primer. I usually will put a little bit like in the middle of my face and then blend it outwards. You really just need to use the tiniest bit of this, because if you use too much it starts to pill, which is like not a good look. But this just like, it sits so good under your foundations, and it blurs all the like enlarged pores that I have, and I find that my face doesn't look dry with this, but it also doesn't look oily. Like it's in that middle kind of like healthy skin kind of range. So I love that. Let's talk about foundations. I feel like 2019 was full of new foundations for me. I tried so many, and I found a lot of new favorites. So first one I'm going to talk about is Luminous Silk from Giorgio Armani. This foundation is so good. I don't know why it took me so long to try it. I don't. I wear number six, and this just sits, okay, so it's like medium coverage, but it really just like smooths the skin. It looks so good. This is like really close to my skin tone too, like perfect. So I find that it doesn't look makeup-y, and on days when I really just don't feel like putting on makeup at all, I throw a little bit of this on, just like a really thin layer, and it evens out the skin tone without making you look like you're wearing cake tons of makeup. So good, love that. Another favorite of mine, Anastasia Dewy Foundation. Norvina, you really did what you needed to do with this one. The flavor, impeccable. This foundation is so good. Pores, gone. Dark marks, gone. Any like unevenness of the skin, undetectable. This is so good, and it doesn't look cakey at all, and it also doesn't look oily at all. This just has like the perfect amount of, how you say, dewiness, as the name states. So good. I love her. Another new foundation that I have been loving recently is from Charlotte Tilbury. This is the Airbrush Flawless Foundation. This one is newer. I've been using this one since it came out, and it is so nice. I'm wearing it today. This one, it lasts really well. I don't find that it separates on my skin at all. It smooths, and it gives you really full coverage without looking super, super heavy. You can definitely, like, for example, in contrast to Luminous Silk, like, you can tell you're wearing makeup with this one, but it doesn't look cakey. So I love this one when I'm going out. If I need something that I know is going to last really well and it's going to be like full beat, this is what I'm going for. So good. Another foundation that I've really been liking recently is the Touche Éclat Le Teint from YSL. I got this one originally because I did a sponsored post with YSL, and that was my first time trying that foundation, and I fell in love immediately. Since then I have bought a new bottle. This one's fresh. I thought I'd break out a new one for you guys so you don't have to look at my disgusting one that has like literally that much left. This one is like, honestly, if I had to choose a foundation that I use the most, it's probably this one. It sits so nice in the skin and it doesn't feel heavy at all. It suits my color like perfectly. I wear shade BD40 and it just like, it evens the skin tone. It looks like really nice and medium coverage. You can build it up. I love this foundation. I'm gonna say something bold. If I needed one foundation for the rest of my life, I just might choose this one. I'm willing to say that. Last but not least, we're gonna talk about a foundation that is way too expensive. Pat McGrath. I want to have a talk about the prices, girl, because I paid $100 for this. Don't ask me why. It's because I'm a dumb bitch. However, this formula is so good. It's just, I don't want to say it's worth $100, but it is so nice. This foundation is so light on the skin. It evens out the skin like nobody's business. It looks like you're wearing nothing, and it fits my color really well. You can put it on with your fingers. I usually use a sponge or a brush, but the price, I don't think I'm going to be repurchasing this because of the price, but it's so good, and that's why I don't use it very often, is because I'm trying to like extend how long I can have it for, which doesn't really make sense because I should be using it, but this is a really good foundation. So if you're looking for a luxury foundation, you want to drop $100 on a foundation, I don't know why you would want to do that, but this one is really good. If you're in that market, missed this earlier, so I just want to throw it in and then I'll just edit it into the foundation part. This is the Milk Flex Foundation Stick. This foundation stick is fantastic. I have used most of it already. I'm pretty much like at the like final nub. These, I don't know what they put in this, but it looks so natural, but it still looks flawless. My skin looks really smooth, it looks really even, it looks glowy and healthy, and it's like the perfect color, and the coverage is amazing on these. It's like a medium buildable. I love this, like such a good foundation. This one is one that I use non-stop for probably at least a month, and I'm trying to like ease back on it now because I have so many foundations, as you saw, but this one is really good. So if you haven't tried it yet and you want to try a stick foundation, this one's amazing. This is not a foundation. This is the Hollywood Flawless Filter, also from Charlotte Tilbury. This guy, I don't want to call it a primer, but it gives you just this luminous glow on the skin, and it doesn't look like shimmer, so it doesn't make it look like you're wearing highlight, but it just makes the skin look so healthy. So when I wear this, I usually wear it either under my foundation or I mix it in with my foundation, and it just looks so like glowy and healthy, and like honestly in the winter this is what I need because I needed my skin to look like hydrated and good because it's been so gross and dry out. So if you're looking for, you know what, especially if you're looking for something that you can wear by itself even, I have this friend and she has perfect skin, and I gave her this and she's been wearing it by itself and it looks so good on her. My skin's not good enough to wear it by itself. I need to add a foundation, but this is just really nice, like to use as like an everyday kind of just a filter on the face, if you will. Super cute, love that. Moving on to concealers, the Too Faced Born This Way, this is my most used concealer in general. I think since this came out, I've probably gone through 5 tubes, and these are big. This is like a whole ½ ounce, which means I've used a lot of product, but this is so good. It's hydrating, it's full coverage, it doesn't look cakey. This just sits so well, and I usually use it under my foundation to like spot conceal, and then after I'm done my foundation I'll put it under my eyes, down the middle of my face, and I find it's a really good shade for me, and it just sits so nice on the skin. Also, when I'm not wearing makeup, when I wear these two together, so good, perfect combo. Love this concealer. Honestly, if you haven't tried this concealer by now, where have you been? Another concealer that I have been loving lately, Kevyn Aucoin Sensual Skin Enhancer. This is an expensive concealer. This cost me $68 for a concealer, and I've wanted to try this for a really long time, and I haven't because of the price tag, but I've had it for probably at least a month now, and I've only used that much of it. I haven't used very much of this, and it's so nice. My under eyes look so good when I use this because I have really dark under eyes, and when I use this, like, it doesn't look like I have dark under eyes at all. My under eyes look flawless. So if you are looking for a really good concealer, and you want something that's going to be like full coverage but still hydrating and not like dry or like crepey under the eyes, Kevyn Aucoin, period. Probably should have mentioned this earlier before I got into the concealers, but I've been wearing the Lancome Tante Doll Ultra Wear Concealer in the shade Yellow under my eyes as a color corrector for a few months now, from the recommendation of Miss Ariel Espana. If you're watching this, girl, I'm in love with you. Please marry me. She's one of my favorite makeup artists. Like, the eyes that she does are so good, but the under eyes, like, amazing. I've never ever seen anyone that she's done makeup on, or even her, lacking a bright under eye because it's always flawless. And she suggested the yellow corrector for under the eyes to brighten, and it's so good. I've been using this. I cannot go a day without it because I just feel like my under eyes are so dark if I don't use this. I just pat like a little bit before I put my concealer on. Usually I do before my foundation, but sometimes I be forgetting. So yeah, love this. If you need a color corrector, I know that most of the time we go for like a peach or a red if you have a darker skin tone, but the yellow actually works really nicely, so love that. Okay, so moving on to blushes. I have really been loving this Cover FX monochromatic blush duo in the shade Warm Honey. I don't really use the shimmer one because I don't wear shimmer blushes that much, but I hope you can see it. The matte color in here is so pretty. It's like almost a beigey kind of peach. So pretty. And it's a really nice formula too. Like, it's super pigmented. I don't need to use too much, but it just sits really nicely on the skin. It doesn't like make my pores look bad. I just find that it complements really any eye look as well. Like, it's a really natural color, so it just sits really pretty. Love that one. I have also really been enjoying, let's not talk about the packaging because it looks gross right now. This is like honestly one of my most used blushes. I really need to get a new one, but this is from Wet n Wild in the shade Keep It Peachy. It looks gross, but this color is so pretty. It's so pretty. I don't find peach blushes very often that are actually peach because they're always pink. Why are they always pink? This one is so pretty because it actually looks like an orangey peach blush on the skin. It's so pretty. I know I keep repeating that, but I love this. I love it. Go to your local Walmart. Go to Walmart. Get yourself one of these and flourish. The last blush I wanted to talk about was from Charlotte Tilbury. This is their, actually, it's an under eye corrector in the shade number 3. But I love using this as a cream blush. It's orange, like so orange, but when you put just a little bit and you blend it out, it's so pretty on the cheeks. I've been looking for like an orange blush for a really long time, one that doesn't have any shimmer, one that's like actually orange and not like a pinky orange, like literally just pink, because that's what it always is. And I love this one. It looks so pretty, and also my favorite thing about this is that you can apply it over powders, because I usually put my blush on after I've finished powdering my face and spraying my face. I don't really do the whole like cream contour and cream blush before I set my face. So the first time I used this, I was like, let's just see how it applies over powder, because sometimes creams over powders, it just like picks everything up and it looks terrible. But this one, you can just like push it into the skin after you powder your face and it looks so good. And I also feel like it kind of like blurs the skin too, because after I put it on, my skin looks really smooth. So thank you, Charlotte, for this under eye corrector that I use this blush. It's fantastic. Okay, so now I want to talk about my favorite finishing spray. This is from Anastasia. It's the Dewy Setting Spray, or Dewy Set, and this is so good. I don't know what they did, what they put in here. One, it smells amazing. I want to drink this because it smells good. I'm not gonna. But this just, I don't know if you're going to be able to see, but the mister on this, it sprays like so evenly. It doesn't like give you those like droplets that like ruin your makeup. It also, like, I find I don't see a lot of dewy setting sprays that actually like set your face and like keep them on, because most of the time they just make your skin look dewy, which is nice, but you want it to actually last. So this one, I find that my makeup actually lasts longer, but it also still looks dewy and glowy and beautiful and perfect. So shout out to Anastasia. I need a new one of these clearly because it's almost empty, but that just speaks to how often I use it. So good. No, I'm doing this kind of like out of order, but I'm just doing it based on what's in front of me, so don't come for me. Next, I want to talk about powders. This pressed powder from Maybelline, Super Stay Full Coverage. It's a powder foundation. This smooths the absolute crap out of your skin and it looks so good. One, perfect color. Two, it mattifies the skin. It makes your skin last long, like your makeup makes it last longer. I find that it doesn't look cakey, because from a full coverage drugstore foundation powder, you would expect it to look cakey. This one really just sits so nice on the skin. I always spray my face after I use it, but I put on a lot of powder and this always just looks so good. So if you need a new pressed powder, Maybelline. Speaking of Maybelline powders, I don't know why Maybelline is so good at making powders, but this one, the Maybelline Fit Me Loose Finishing Powder, everyone has been talking about this powder since it came out, rightfully so, because it's so good. It's so like smoothing on your skin. It sets your foundation. You look flawless. It doesn't look cakey. It brightens the under eye. It sets the rest of the face without making you look like you have a white cast. It's so good. And another thing, let me tell you something, ladies. See on the bottom here, there's like an indent under the sticker. I have used so many of these and wasted so much product because you can't get off the like sifter from the top, but I found something out the other day. If you take off the sticker and you use like a knife or anything to like cut around this circle, the indent in there, you can actually just take it off and you have the rest of your powder in there. If you've used this powder and you've never been able to get the rest of the product out, thank me later. The powder I want to talk about is also from Charlotte. This one is her Airbrush Flawless Finishing Powder. This is in the shade number 1. I used the shade number 2 for a few days and I just found that it made my skin look really orange. Okay. This powder, I used the number 2 for a little while, but it was just like too dark on me, which I don't understand why a number 2 should be too dark on me because I'm not, like my skin tone's not that dark, but this is the shade number 1. Obviously I use it a lot. I use this to set my under eyes after I've baked it, just to kind of like finish off the under eye to brighten, and this brightens my skin so nicely. It really makes the skin look like flawless underneath there. Like I don't find that like my my like fine lines are enhanced at all by this. This is a really good powder. They need to make more shades in this because the fact that I can't use number 2 is saying something. But obviously the number 1 is too light for me to set my whole face with, so that's why I use that under my eyes, but it's really good for what I use it for. So if you need an under eye powder, Charlotte Tilbury is really good. Okay, so next I wanted to talk about highlighters. This Anastasia and Amrezy highlighter, I went and grabbed my backup because my actual one looks disgusting right now. The one that I use often, but this highlighter is so pretty. I know it's limited edition, and I know a lot of you probably didn't get your hands on it, which I'm really sorry about, but I'm going to talk about it anyways. This highlighter is my favorite thing. I use it all the time. Honestly, I'm surprised that I haven't hit pan on it yet with how much I use it, but right today, I don't know if you can tell, I don't wear a lot of highlighter anymore. Like I used to put it on quite heavy. Now I just do like a little bit just to add that like healthy glow, but this highlighter is so pretty. I really hope that Anastasia brings it back one day. I don't know if they have plans to do that, but Norvina girl, please. If you're looking for a highlighter and you weren't able to get that one, again, we're not going to talk about how gross this looks, but this is the Wet n Wild Mega Glow highlighter in the shade Golden Flower Crown. This is such a pretty highlighter. I love this one. I use this one all the time. As you can see, the package is broken. I need a new one, but this is like, what, $3 I think, and it's so pigmented. It's so pretty and glowy. It doesn't look like it gives you like that like white streak at all. Like it just sits really nice on the skin. So if you're in the market for a new highlighter, I would check out Wet n Wild because they're honestly really good. They're really pigmented. They look really pretty on the skin. Love them. Okay, so moving on to brows. For brow products, one thing that I have just been... Okay, if you know me, if you know anything about me, if you follow me, you know that I do the fluffy brow. And Pears soap is the only thing that works for me. My brows, I don't know if it's just that my hairs are too heavy or what, but any brow gel I've ever used, they fall down within like 3 hours. When I started using the like soap brows trick, I was so happy. I just spray a little bit of water on this first, and then I use my Urban Decay All Nighter spray because that just makes them last longer. A little bit of water on a spoolie, and then I comb them through my brows, and this just makes my brows stay up all day long. They don't fall, they don't move, they're just like plastered on, and they look so good. People ask me every day, what do you use on your brows? Pears. Sponsor me, Pears, because I love your soap and I tell everyone that I know to buy it. These are also really affordable. I think you can get like a pack of 3 for like $2. So good. Next I wanted to talk about lip products. So the first one is this Charlotte Tilbury lip liner in the shade Foxy Brown. This is my favorite brown lip liner. I wear brown lip liner pretty much every single day. and this one is just like the perfect shade. It's not too warm, it's not too cool, it's not too dark, it's definitely not too light, because you know, brown lip liners, if it's too light it looks terrible. The formula in these is really good too. Like, it lasts all day. I find it doesn't you know, like dry out or like bleed or anything. If you're looking for a new brown lip liner, Charlotte Tilbury's got you covered. Honestly, like, all their lip liners I really like, but this is like my favorite color. So speaking of brown, Rihanna, we need to have a chat about this hot chocolate gloss. Where's the full size? I've gone through this small size so quickly, and it's so good, and it's the perfect color. I need a full size. I think we all need a full size. Lastly, for lip products, Gucci Beauty. I work for Gucci Beauty, if no one knew that, but their lipsticks are so nice. And okay, so this one is, the first one that I'm showing you is the shade Mildred Rosewood. I hope you can see what I'm showing you. This one is a really pretty rosewood color. I usually don't wear like pinks very often, but that one I find I really like. But what I really want to talk about is their mattes. This is the shade 509 Janie Scarlet. I don't wear reds. I never wear reds. I just find that reds look bizarre on me because I feel like, I don't know, like overdressed or something. But this one I liked so much that I bought it for myself. The formula on these is really good. I want to not get lipstick on my shirt. The formula on these is really nice. Even though they're mattes, like, they don't feel drying at all. It feels more of like a velvety kind of formula. I know that these aren't sold very many places, so if you can find Gucci Beauty anywhere near you, these ones are so nice. I really like the formula. Yeah, I mean, it's a lipstick, you don't need it, but it's really good. So in terms of wear, I wear the 203 Mildred Rosewood like almost every day actually. That's why I just have this little like nub left. I need to buy a new one once I run out, but the 509 is also really pretty. So if you're looking for a new lipstick, you just want to try something new, Gucci Beauty is really nice. Okay, so tip number 2, I originally filmed this and then it was all out of focus, so I'm filming it again. Let's jump right into it. I was just about to cover my favorite mascaras. So this year I've really been enjoying the Wonder Perfect Mascara 4D from Clarins. Clarins is a brand that I feel like nobody talks about, but they're actually really good. Like, their skincare is really nice, and this mascara is top tier. So good. The brush on this actually doesn't really look like anything special, but it lengthens your lashes really nicely. It gives you that like full, I wouldn't call it like natural because it still gives you that really nice like voluminous length, but it doesn't look like clumpy or like super like spidery or gross, which I find a lot of like lengthening mascaras can do. This one is just like amazing. So if you've never tried Clarins mascara, this is your sign, girl, go get it. Next mascara is from Lancome. This is the limited edition Valentine's Day packaging, because when they had this packaging I thought it was really cute, so I bought a few. But this is the Miss Your Big. This one has a really nice like thickening brush. So this mascara I really like for giving me that like full thick luscious lashes look when I'm not wearing lashes, which isn't too often, but when I do, I love this mascara because it really just makes your lashes look so like full and gorgeous without being like clumpy and gross. I really like using this on my lower lashes too. I'm wearing this mascara today on my lower lashes because it gives them that really like nice thick look. Can I stop repeating myself? Damn. Speaking of lashes, my friend Juliana actually came out with a lash line recently, and they're so nice. This is in the style Kinda Down. I hope you can see them with the glare. But these ones are really nice and like lengthy and wispy. My favorite style from her is called Making Mills. Those lashes, I've been wearing them in my Instagram posts recently, so if you've seen any of my Instagram posts, you would have seen them. They're so pretty. They're long. They make my lashes look, they look like they're my natural lashes, but they're just that long. They're so pretty. And I find also a lot of like lash lines, I can't use the lashes more than like 4 times because they just start to like look ratty and like fall apart. But I've been wearing these ones like all the time and they look so good. So if you're looking for a new lash brand to try, I'm pretty sure her @ on Instagram is @lashes by Jujubee, Jujub, and girl, they're so good. You're gonna love them. So shout out to Juliana because you really did that with these lashes. Amazing icon, and thank you so much for sending them to me because that was so sweet. I'm in love with them and I'm gonna promote them forever. Those are so good. Speaking of favorite lashes that I promote often, if you follow me on Instagram, you know that I love Dodo lashes. Dodo lashes has just been my ride or die for so long. Like, these lashes are just so good. So these ones are in the style D327. These are the lashes that I wear most often. I'm a clown. These are the lashes that I wear most often. I find that these ones they last me a really long time. I can wear one pair for a whole month. They are always really nice and full and wispy. They don't look fake at all. People always ask me if I have lash extensions. I'm like, no girl, it's Dodo lashes. Use my discount code. They are just like tried and true, and they're so affordable too. Like with my discount code, I'm pretty sure like one pair is like 10 bucks Canadian. You can't go wrong with that. So if you're looking to try Dodo lashes, you can use my discount code Makeup by Nisha Evans for money off your purchase. They're so good. Like, they're amazing. You need to try them if you haven't already. Next, I want to talk about eyeshadow palettes. So, for starters, let's just take a moment. Let's take a moment. And let's talk about the best collaboration, not only of 2019, but of ever in makeup. And I'm pretty sure you guys know exactly what I'm talking about. Jackie, Ina, and Anastasia Beverly Hills. Did someone say versatility? This is so beautiful. I mean, the color story, the thought that clearly went into this, and also the fact that this is a palette that can be used by any and every skin tone and that actually works for my dark-skinned girls. This is flawless. And I was also thinking the other day that this as like a six pan eyeshadow palette and this one as a 6-pan eyeshadow palette, like you can just tell that even just the way it was laid out, so much thought. It's fantastic. It's amazing. No one will ever top this for me. Jackie really did that. It's beautiful. It's flawless. What else can you say? What else can you say? It's amazing. Another collab with Anastasia that I think really, really did it this year, Carly Bible. This palette, when I had originally seen it, I was like, don't know if those colors are going to work on me because they looked really light. But this color story is so cute. I love it. Honestly, I use this palette a lot more than I thought I was going to. I find that the browns in here are really, really versatile. I can create any kind of look with this palette. The shade Steve or Stev, I don't know how to say it, but this red shade, so pretty. Whenever I wear that, just even by itself, I get lots of compliments. It's so pretty. What else was I gonna say? Oh, the shade Mandala. This shade is like purple duochrome. So pretty. This whole, like, the palette, the collection is just like, it's so pretty and cute. Even the PR mailer for this was like adorable. If you guys didn't see the PR mailer for this, it was so cute. It was like this little like pink. So cute. Anastasia always does it with the packaging. It's just adorable. The dots on this are a little bit weird to me, but it's still so cute, so I'll give it a pass. Another palette that I've really been enjoying this year, or like in the past year, I'm not really a Huda Beauty fan. I don't really vibe with her, if you know what I mean. She doesn't do it for me. When this palette came out, I was like, do I want it? Yes. I caved and I bought it, and it's a really cute palette. This is the new Nude palette from Huda Beauty. I didn't think I would like this as much as I do, but I use this palette all the freaking time. I found that the mattes in here, the formula is really nice. I like the color story. Obviously, the glitters I don't get much use out of, and I don't really wear shimmers so much, so I don't wear the shimmers very often, but the mattes are really nice. I don't buy her stuff very often. I'm pretty sure this is like one of maybe 2 products from her that I have, but if I'm being honest in what I used and one of my like favorites this year, I did really enjoy this palette. So if you are wanting to support Huda, or you like the color story, I think this is honestly a really nice palette. I really like it, but I don't really mess with Huda herself, so don't get it twisted. Let's talk about Pat McGrath again. We already talked about how Pat McGrath's prices are obscene. However, this palette is so pretty, and it's so versatile, and the shimmers and the mattes are just so creamy and beautiful. I use this palette all the time, especially the 2 brown matte shades, like so nice. I love them. It is a more neutral palette, which is why I chose this one, because I was like, if I'm spending that much money on a palette, I want to be able to use it. So if you're looking for something to splurge on, you want to treat yourself, and you want to buy something that you'll actually use, Pat McGrath eyeshadow palettes, fantastic. If you can afford it, buy this shit. It's so good. These are amazing. Lastly, for eyeshadow palettes, Norvina number 3. I received all 3 of these palettes in the mail, and I love the other 2, I really do. The volume 1, the white in that palette is so good. This is number 3. The color story in this palette is so nice. You have your neutrals, you have some like fun like pops of color, you got your greens. The red in here is really nice. I like how this palette has more mattes than shimmers, and also the mirror in this is beautiful and big, and I always take this with me when I go traveling because it's so handy. But the Norvina Pro Pigment palettes are amazing. I think if you don't wear makeup every day, maybe it's not the palette for you because it is so big, but for those of us who we wear makeup every day, it's a hobby, it's something that we like to collect, these are beautiful palettes. I would definitely grab one of these if you are tempted, because they're amazing. I think that's everything that I have for you guys today. Thank you so much for tuning in. I really appreciate it. I hope that this video isn't too long or too rambly, because I know that I can do that. But I just wanted to get back on here and just film something and, you know, get it out, and hopefully I'll get more into practice of making videos more often. But yeah, if you like this video, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel, because I'm going to be trying to make more content for you guys often. Fingers crossed I will actually do that. We'll see. If you don't already, follow me on my Instagram, which is at Makeup by Nisha Evans. I post on there fairly often. Trying to stay up on that as well. And then mostly I'm on Twitter all the time. My Twitter is at the Nisha Evans. Leave a comment maybe if you want. And yeah, thank you so much for tuning in. I love you guys, and I will hopefully see you guys at the next video. Bye.